Right now we're in Morningside Park. Morningside Park was actually an anomaly on the grid. The reason it became a park was that the surveyors deemed that it was unsuitable for the development of buildings and other businesses. Morningside Park is at the nexus between Lower West Harlem and Morningside Heights, which it's called Heights because it's on the heights above the park. Today we're going to be going on a very special tour. Joyce Gold is going to take us on a journey to look at the history of this remarkable Manhattan neighborhood. Unlike many other neighborhoods that have been developed in the city, this is a little unusual in that many of the buildings and the institutions that we see here now were the first structures on these sites. It's not like there were small houses or other buildings that were torn down to make way for the institutions. When Columbia decided to move up here, when St. Luke's moved from Midtown, there was very little building up here. So there was a lot of open land, and they were able to sort of bring their palette and create their own spaces. One of the highlights on the tour today is the Cathedral of St. John the Divine, right up on the hill over there. Not only is St. John the Divine the largest church in New York, it is the largest designed Gothic church in the world. And it's also joked that it's St. John the Unfinished. There's a lot of the cathedral that has not been built, nor will be built in anyone's lifetime who's going to watch this video. Evensong in this cathedral is just glorious. I've been to a lot of them, and it's one of the most amazing I've ever been to. They're on late Sunday afternoons, early evenings. One of the great things about Morningside Heights is that some of the housing stock is very similar to some of the real beauties on the Upper West Side. They were built before the First World War, right after the First World War, and much of that building stock is still here today, which is great. This is Grant's tomb, where no one is buried. Grant and his wife are entombed in 2 sarcophagi. It's quite a dramatic monument. This is one of my favorite places to come in the neighborhood. It's very regal, it's very peaceful on top of the hill. It's right in the shadow of Riverside Church. So today Grant's tomb is beautifully maintained. It's beautifully situated on the bluff above the Hudson River. And because of the way that the neighborhood has become transformed over the last 20 years, it's a much more desirable place for people to come to spend time and to live.
This is the 4th JG tour I've taken, that's of Goodman, Joyce Gold. Each one has impressed me in different ways. So each of them different, unique, and extraordinarily insightful. I think that what Jeff is doing and what Jeff is doing with Halstead is extremely important to help New Yorkers connect with their city, which is more than anything a city of neighborhoods and a city of people. And they both capture that in a wonderful way.
I joined Jeff and Joyce today on their tour of Morningside Heights. It was absolutely amazing, and I learned a lot about the history of New York that I didn't know much about. So I want to thank Joyce and Jeff for a fabulous tour, and I can't wait to join them on the next one.
I thought the tour was great. I've lived in Harlem for 8 years, and I've never once visited St. John's Church, and so it's really nice to see that there's little hidden gems all throughout Harlem and Morningside.
I'm a lifelong New Yorker. I mean, I know the spots, and I know some of the history. And what is a space? What is an object without its history? It's just an object. Fascinating stuff. I just, as I said, lifelong New Yorker. I learned something.
The tour was awesome. Definitely as a New Yorker, I don't expose myself enough to a lot of the different experiences in history. And I'm just glad Jeff was able to, introduce me to this tour. I didn't even know this park existed, but, it was a great experience.
If you'd like to find out more about this remarkable neighborhood, or if you'd like to find out about my walking tours in general, give me a call or drop me a line. Hope to speak with you soon. Thanks.